Hi, I'm Charles.
And I'm Kristen.
And today on Slow Blinks TV, we're talking about
Space Precinct by Gerry Anderson. Slow Blinks.
We're back in the world of Gerry Anderson. We've done a couple of Gerry Anderson shows so far, right? We've done Stingray.
Yes.
We've done Fireball XL5.
Yes, we have.
This is our first live-action Gerry Anderson project.
But it wasn't his first. He had Space 1999 and UFO.
Oh, okay.
That were both live action.
I also know that there was originally a Space Precinct made-for-TV movie. It has a different actor who plays a very different version of the main character.
Lieutenant Brodan.
It took about 10 years to get from that original made-for-TV movie to the series that we see here today. This is a really fun 90s artifact.
Yes.
British production.
With Americans and American accents, and we'll see a variety of those in this episode.
Yeah, varying qualities. But the American networks decided to show this very late at night. It only ran for one season. It got very bad ratings.
I don't know what network, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think they could have run it like right after Dinosaurs and just put a little warning like PG-13 maybe, because there's some references to drugs, but they're not any drugs that we have. There's violence is very cartoonish. So the premise of Space Precinct revolves around Lieutenant Patrick Brogan.
The name's Brogan, Lieutenant Brogan. For 20 years, I was with the NYPD. Now, well, let's just say I've transferred to another precinct.
Which means he joined the police force in
2020.
He was like, that's the career for me.
Deciding where I'm going to align myself. And it's with the police in 2020. We have a little bit of Brogan's home life. We can just take care of that first.
Sure.
He lives in the Burbs space station with his wife.
Yes.
His son, Matt.
His daughter's name is Liz. They have a weird monkey/bird that's a puppet called Zill.
He's a New York City cop. He's been stationed on a planet called Altair.
Altair, I've heard it pronounced different ways.
It depends on which actor is saying the name of the planet. The city is called Demeter City.
So he is a part of the DC Space Precinct. And the reason it's called a Space Precinct is because it's also in space.
The police station is a geosynchronous...
Must be, otherwise it would be halfway around the world sometimes.
we can't get to Demeter City.
The two main alien species are Tarns and Creons.
We have like Podleys, a Creon. We have some humans. We have Jack Haldane, who is Brogan's main partner. They tend to pair up the species together.
No, because Castle and Took.
Yeah, but they're both ladies.
Oh, okay. They just fall in the lady category.
We have Jane Castle. She's another human. Took is a Tarn. Tarns have 3 eyes, one of which is on their forehead. It's usually closed. When they open it, they can do low-level psychic abilities. The opening sequence of the show is fantastic. The music is great. And just the model work. There's so much great model work in this show.
Yes.
Demeter City is incredibly cute. Well, let's just dive into the episode.
Sure.
The show starts with Brogan and Haldane. They're kind of doing a stakeout.
Haldane is complaining that he met this gorgeous alien.
That's when I find out that our species doesn't do duos. They do trios. They've got 3 sexes. Male, female, and other. What does that leave me?
And I would think male, right?
Yeah, because
like,
that's
how
where
he identifies. The guy that they're trying to find dirt on is a drug dealer named Nissim.
Well, maybe I should drop by and have a talk with you guys. Up close and personal.
We better cancel the delivery.
Why? This setup is perfect. You can move it right under the cops' noses.
Cops? Are you involved with the police or Turi?
Not to worry, doll. You just concentrate on doing what you do best. Being beautiful.
Sublight pizza. Hey.
About time. Meet you in the bay.
This is where we meet Alicia, the green-haired love interest.
And Kristen, who is our delivery driver?
Idris Elba.
I think most people have probably seen him in The Wire as Stringer Bell. He has an excellent American accent.
Your American accent has not always been that good. Space Precinct from 1994.
They dubbed my voice, all right? It's not me. But whoever it was didn't even do a really good American accent either. It doesn't sound like me.
It's beautifully done, the dubbing. You may not even notice.
They also dub Alicia, so
Yes.
she also sounds weird.
Hot delivery anywhere on Altar, guaranteed.
Get out of here.
Why did the cops decide to move in? I forget.
Because Nissim is thrown out of the window onto their car,
Ah, okay, you're right. Okay, let's... I can't believe I forgot that.
and they say
He said he was gonna drop in.
and then they cut right
yeah.
there, and it just feels so bad. But for some reason, it doesn't show them going in right away. It cuts to the station,
Right.
and now we see the B plot line.
Do you have a name and address or anything?
I don't know. I can't remember.
What's on the menu, Janie? Mugging victim. Patrol 7 found her wandering around downtown.
Grab your gear. We got a code 3 in the Heights.
Somebody's whacked her touring Nissim. Brogan and Haldane have called for backup.
Stay there, dear. We'll be right back.
So back at the crime scene, Haldane and Brogan are investigating the murder. They find, hidden behind a curtain, Alicia, who is like terrified and afraid. She says she hasn't really seen anything.
And then Castle and the others show up.
Yes, they almost shoot each other.
So they take Alicia back to the space precinct. Then we have a short scene in Podley's office where he's trying to talk to Sublight Pizza.
Our double-sided special comes with an extra triple topping.
I'm not ordering a pizza. I'm investigating a major felony. And we think one of your delivery guys is involved.
Like I say, that bike isn't registered with us. We got no such bike. We got no such driver.
Put out an APB on that bike, now!
Check out the latest report from Interplanetary.
The Gemini gang are making a run on the Black Crystal trade.
All across the quadrant.
Nissim had this in his hand when he dropped in on us. And supposedly, a single gram will extend a human's life 3 years.
Huh, or a Creon's 20. And an entire species extinct in order to get it. You could buy half of Demeter with that rock.
Then why didn't the killer take it?
Because he didn't care about Crystal. He was after Nissim.
So Alicia gets interviewed by Took and Haldane, and she said she didn't really see anything. She only heard something.
Took is Deanna Troy, basically. She's like, she is afraid. It's the most unsatisfying, like, psychic ability. After this scene, we go back to the B plot. We see Castle and Took as well, right? Trying to help this lady.
She still can't remember anything. And I haven't found a single linguistic match with the symbols on her disc.
Sounds like a job for a walking Computron. Hey, slow-mo!
What in space is he saying?
That is Megalese. We are the queen of Megalon 7. You may kiss our royal hand.
I think Podley comes out and reprimands the 2 Creon officers for breaking slow-mo.
Those units are very expensive to fix it, but I've never seen slow-mo do anything. So they're walking Alicia to the exit.
They're gonna flush her into space.
Yeah. Haldane is flirting with her, and he's like, hey, that's a nice little bit of jewelry you got there. And she's wearing this large piece of foreshadowing.
My father gave it to me. It represents the 2 sides of each of us, the good and the not so good. It's a talisman against harm.
Well, I'm glad it was working tonight.
So the dubbing of this actress sounds a lot like another actress we like.
Alice Lowe, who was in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Yes, there's actually a bit of banter. It's not Alicia.
I think it is right after she leaves.
That's what I like best about you, Officer Haldane. You never let personal feelings color your judgment.
Really? What else do you like about me?
It's a short list, Haldane, and it's getting shorter by the minute.
What are you doing for dinner tonight, Liz?
Oh, nothing really. Why are you asking me out?
No. Just trying to get some recipe ideas.
Liz, fancy egg and soup? I'm free this evening.
No, I think I'll wash my hair.
Okay.
Plus, I've now got a headache.
Sure, whatever.
So now we're gonna go to Charles' favorite part, which is Brogan's family life.
I hate this stuff.
They're getting ready for dinner, and his son Matt is complaining about his soccer game.
And I kicked the ball right at the net.
And you win the game.
No way. Goalkeeper's a Tarn. He used telekinesis to push the ball away from the net.
That's cheating.
Tell it to the ref. He's a Tarn too.
Liz, where you been? Dinner?
I was giving Zill a bath.
I don't know if you're supposed to bathe those things. I don't know.
Maybe it's like chinchillas and they're gonna die if you bathe them. So the doorbell reeks, and now we get our C plot.
Matt's got a friend who's just too cool for him, shouldn't be hanging out with him.
See ya, Prime Elders, and Ozzy and I are headed for the Lower
Whoa, whoa, whoa. To do what, Matt?
A special project, the two of us, and Ozzy and I.
You and Anazi have been out every night this week.
It's a big project. Bye. Wow. All right.
Let's go.
Like,
immediate spying.
He's immediately spying on his son, and Anazi pulls out what looks like
a vial of glowing green liquid. Is this where he asks like a little bit about Anazi's like family and background?
His parents live in an alien.
They live in a commune. They have 2 years left on their indentured servitude.
So they have to like tend the egg
They tend a hatchery. But Brodan clearly hates this. We cut to another amazing Demeter City, like dark and gritty environment. Idris Elba's delivering another pizza.
Hey, did you see the Trivid reports on Nissim? Someone took out him and his whole gang. Who do you figure it was?
I know nothing about nothing. And I don't talk about it neither. And I advise you to do the same.
Then for some reason there's like a cut back to Brogan in his car talking to Sally on the phone. Just being like, I don't want Matt hanging out with that Anazi kid.
It's bothered him so much that he's like, I'm just gonna call her and tell her that I don't want our son to have a friend.
And then another call comes in, he has to let her go, cut it short, and they find out about this other drug dealer that we just saw that got killed. So they are informed that the pizza delivery vehicle is in their vicinity.
This is the police. Descend to ground level at once. Descend to ground level.
Yo, ha-ha!
Remind me to give that jerk a ticket.
And I only had 3 more payments to go.
So we've got an interrogation scene, and basically he says he's a professional criminal. He doesn't know who provides the drugs. He literally just picks up the drugs and delivers them and gets the payment.
Took is on the other side of the glass. She's like, yeah, he's a skis ball, but he's telling the truth. Yeah, he seemed pretty truthful. Again, not super helpful. So we go back to the B plot. The queen now remembers her entire backstory.
Right.
They think that she's still crazy. The planet that she says she's from is very far away.
Yeah, it would be long distance. It would cost a lot, long distance charges. Basically, Castle is helping this lady out of the kindness of her own heart because there's just not enough resources to go around to help everybody. Matt shows up. He's like, hey, Dad, can I talk to you? And he's like, now I'm at work. Are you crazy?
Like, I know you're at work. I came to your work.
Mom says you want me to quit being friends with the Nazi.
Because you and your friend have been up to something all week, and you won't tell us what it is.
That's right, and I want it to be okay with you.
Okay. You got it.
Great. Thanks, Dad.
When you find out what it is, you're like, I'm sorry, why couldn't you just say what it was?
Yeah, you're being so weird.
There's immediately a call that distracts him that comes in from Alicia to Jack Haldane.
This morning, I remembered at the Kafka Club where I met Mr. Nissim. He had an argument with this awful man.
And what did Mr. Nissim call this awful man?
Zanuck.
Probably the biggest black crystal smuggler on the planet.
Then why haven't you arrested him?
Nobody knows what he looks like.
I can help. I mean, I know what Zanuck looks like.
We see Zanuck. She's able to say that's him. And I think they just decide they're going to go in.
They find this is the fake pizza place.
There is like immediately a shootout.
The aliens retreat into sort of a safer room.
Brogan blows the door down. I do not understand what happens here.
Does he shoot the middle of the door?
He shoots the middle of the door and the door falls down flat. Don't know.
We were just leaning it.
Exactly. But he knew that and it worked. They go in deeper into the lair. Aliens are already dead.
They're too late. So then other cops are there to investigate.
Right.
And we see Alicia, she's all bundled up in Haldane's coat, like she's gone through a shock.
A surprising presence shows up at the crime scene.
Podley.
And he lays out that the number one theory is basically that Haldane and Brogan have gone rogue. They're always the first guys on the scene. Kristen, you have a problem with this theory.
Yeah, because the second murder, they just got a call about. The Creons were the officers there.
Everybody's kind of at the police station.
You gotta get home at a decent hour, though. Apparently, all will be revealed tonight.
I'll try, okay?
Officer Beazle, how do you want to handle this? Payroll deduction or credit transfer?
62,000 credits worth of dispatches to Megalon 7 from my number.
If you change your mind about leaving, I would love to show you some of the nice parts of Demeter.
Can we go see the first settler's fortress?
And the fabulous cave mountains.
Hey, Haldane, I got some news on our vanishing hitman. I put Slow-Mo to work on our Black Crystal Killer. He cross-referenced every interplanetary file on murders with similar MOs. Came up with some surveillance pics from Xania taken 2 months ago.
Do you mind hanging around a little bit, taking a look at Oren's pictures?
Not at all.
Officer Oren is in the break room when Slow-Mo comes in. And he's like, fine, show me the pictures while I'm drinking my coffee.
We get an image, a very familiar amulet.
And we see that same amulet walk through the door on none other than...
Alicia.
Slow-Mo! Intruder alert. Security breach of relaxation area 6161. Area 61.
They find Oren. He is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
They managed to get him into medical care. Now, we got to talk a little bit about the med bay. I don't think police station med bays have this many lava lamps.
Well, they don't now, but in 20 years, they're going to be all lava lamps.
I'm on emergency standby.
But you're here for your family.
Hey, Dad.
Yo, Mr. Brogan, how do we look?
It's a school project, an oral report on ancient Greece. You know, Greece, Earth.
Yeah.
Comedy?
And like tragedy.
My father gave it to me. It represents the two sides of each of us. The good and the not so good.
Alicia. What we cut to is Oren in the med bay.
Mm-hmm.
We see Alicia sneaking in. Haldane steps out. He calls her out. He says that he knows that she's actually the killer. She goes to attack him, and Brogan jumps out of the shadows and shoots her.
But then it's played as like a sad love scene that he's just lost.
This giant freak.
So we cut back to the kind of the bullpen area.
Yep, Oren's coming back to work. He's kind of limping in, and they're like, "Hey, shouldn't you still be in hospital?" And everybody's quiet, and he says, my favorite line in the whole episode: "Haven't you ever seen a hero cop before?"
And all of a sudden, the bag lady, she's like, "They're gonna pick me up from here. I have to be here." And she's like, "Well, what if you're not a queen?" While she's saying that, the whole station starts to rumble.
The Megalon 7 ship shows up.
Your Majesty.
Our long nightmare is over. And now to business. You will be reimbursed for communiques which your robot dispatched to our home world. And you must accept a token of our appreciation. And please, never forget that the universe is a vast and amazing place, full of limitless possibilities.
And then I think it cuts over to Jack's desk, and he's just sort of sadly looking at the amulet.
Right. And then he begs it as evidence, which is good. You shouldn't keep it.
Yeah, that's the whole episode of Space Precinct.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And her like messed up back like turns into like an alien. And what's great about it is they put a green wig on it.